Right. So one of the things that bugs me about the Xbox Game Pass is people buying quote unquote Game Pass instead of actually buying the game. And I don't understand how that's sustainable for people who put their games on there. Like if Paradox is going to get, $50 for CK3, because CK3 is on Game Pass right now. If they're going to get $50 for CK3, how does it work if they get $1? If Microsoft gets $1 for it, like, do they share that revenue? And then are there really that many more purchases, or does Microsoft have to pay a flat fee up in advance? So is Microsoft taking, well, we're gonna attract a certain number of subscriptions, so let's give Paradox, $100,000 or $1 million or whatever it is. I don't actually know the answer to that, and I don't see how it can be sustainable. I really don't understand. The other thing about the Xbox game store is Microsoft's turn towards friendly support of PC gaming is relatively recent. And it to be fair, it does seem to be wholehearted. But I'm not sure that it's actually a permanent choice. So there comes a day when they'll be like, you know what, we didn't renew our relationship with Paradox, so you no longer have access to CK3, which I guess you've by that time you've paid a monthly fee of, you've played $100 a year and you've played it for a year. Maybe you got your value from it, and I suppose the final version of CK3 is going to cost $200 or $300 in the first place, because all the DLC that'll be out for it. But you won't actually own it at the end. So you could theoretically play 3 years of CK3 on Xbox, the Xbox Game Pass, and then lose all that money and keep nothing out of it. It's a weird situation, isn't it? I'm not sure that I like it because of that. So Cyberpunk 2077 is really interesting, right? There's an R.L. Taliesin game book that came out in I don't know, the 90s. I had it. I remember it very clearly. That this game is based on, and they've got a great reputation now for making this title a serious effort, and The Witcher 3 is extremely well loved by people who've played it. Will that game live up to the hype? I don't know if it's possible. The hype is so big. I think that probably it will, if only because the game is had all this time invested in it, and people will automatically assume it's great, even though they may not actually experience it as great. I'm not sure. I know my wife is looking forward to it. She plays that sort of game. I might never play it, even though I had a lot of interest in the genre of science fiction, as you can tell by this bookshelf behind me. I've read everything from John Brunner's Shockwave Rider to William Gibson's Cyberpunk anthology, and I think that the topic matter is appropriate to this time. We actually seem to be approaching the bleak dystopian future predicted in the Cyberpunk novels. So I think the setting of the game is probably going to be very attractive to people, and I think the character customization is going to be great. In the end, a game living up to the hype doesn't actually have to be very good. It just has to have people think it's very good. So we'll see about that. The other story was CK3, and I kind of covered that under the Xbox Game Pass. Everybody you've seen play CK3 in the first 72 hours of that game release was doing it for money. And then now after that, you have the people who are doing it for the love of the game or the interest in the game. Up to a week beforehand, people were playing it as well for money. And Paradox, they must have spent millions of dollars on it. I don't understand. Some of these big streamers, with 5,000 viewers, will get paid $10K to do an hour of live stream. At least it's better than what Ubi's been doing this week. I don't know if you noticed, but Ubi's been paying people to watch their Ubi Forward conference. Like, they're paying streamers to sit there and watch presentations of their games. It's very, very weird, and I'm not sure why anybody's watching those people. I'm really, really not sure. So, anyways, I'm done with my silly little show now. I'm gonna slightly make it better next week, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna play this game that I bought yesterday. That came out in early access, and I'm gonna do it in just a second.